some of the reasons why. And I've said this before. I've shared this. What I'm about to say, I've shared this before, so I'm gonna say it anyway. But we live in a broken world, truly broken world, and so many human beings are also broken. All of us are. All of us. Some have learned to manage it better than others, and then some are just absolutely lost or willfully choose to be in that broken state. And so poetry comes in, and whenever we are in the presence of something that is so genuine, so tender, so merciful, right? So loving, we tend to sort of kind of cringe, right? That's a popular word nowadays, right? We tend to cringe. But it's not because of the poem, it's because of ourselves, because we in many ways cringe at the thought of us being vulnerable. We cringe at the thought of us not conforming to something that is grand, that is as loving, and that is precious, and in many ways perfect. And so I don't know what you guys believe in, and I'm not here to question yours, but for me, on a personal level, one of the reasons why I love poetry, because for me it has become one of the most essential forms, languages that glorifies and honors a God that is merciful and that has become filled with so much hope and compassion for us, especially people that don't deserve it. And I've shared my story before in other lives. I was a very different man 5 years ago. A very different man. Much more critical, much more negative, much more sour, unpleasant, anxious, super negative. There was no way in heck I was going to be reading love poets, sonnets. No way in heck. Because at that time, 5 years ago, I thought these were not practical and not realistic and cringy. Really. I really thought that. Once again, every broken soul, every broken heart, every broken being shies away from something so loving, something so merciful, and therefore we run away from it. And some of us willfully choose to fight it because we don't want to conform. We don't want to acknowledge that something so grand and loving and merciful is willing to love us, because we truly think we don't deserve it. Many of us really believe that we don't deserve it. And then some of us don't want to conform because, well, that means I have to be vulnerable. That means I have to give up some things of my life. That means I have to change. See, this is what I was referring to earlier in this slide when I was talking about being, right? You have to love the being that is going to happen in the future. You cannot be conformed with who you are at this moment. You can love that person at this moment, but you should love the future you even more, because you are continually being changed and chiseled, and hopefully with the right words or the right knowledge, you are chiseling and cutting out all of the negative fat, right? So like all of the bad things. You understand? And so that's why many people have a hard time appreciating poetry, especially men. Okay, we have a hard time appreciating poetry because we refuse to conform and acknowledge that we are weak. I mean, we're strong, but we're still not as strong as we could be. And so that's a form of weakness, you understand? And we refuse to acknowledge that. We refuse to be shown mercy because that's a sign of weakness too, right? We are lacking in certain things and therefore we don't want to acknowledge that. This is my objective, y'all. See, this is why I do these lives, because I want more people, especially men, to allow their hearts to experience wonderful words that are genuine, words that are trustworthy, words that are speaking from and cutting out all of the filth and just getting to the heart of the matter, which is to love, to edify, to restore the amazing attributes that was designed in all of us by an amazing, merciful, loving Father. And so I read poetry not just to teach others, but also as a way of honoring, right? A way of honoring the one that has changed my life and restored my peace and outlook on life. So I am so happy you're here. This is the Jay Roldan podcast. We are coming to you live from the south. It is a great night and it's raining outside, but right here, right now, it's fulfilled with hope and love. All right, y'all. So I'm starting to feel the energy level going down a little bit, but make no mistake, this podcast, this episode, this transmission, this is episode 53, just so y'all know. I'm going to be uploading this on my podcast tomorrow. And so if you just tuned in, don't worry. You can listen to it on my Spotify account. If you don't know this already, I have a Spotify account called Jay Roldan Speaks. I encourage you all to go there, subscribe, and I would love your support. Once again, I want to thank all my current supporters, right? Sarah, Nushin, Nancy, Sandra, thank you so much for your support on Spotify. I can't tell you how much that is helping with my costs for producing these. So I encourage the rest of you to, if you are able, it would be wonderful to cover some of the costs to produce some of this content. So I hope to produce and keep producing solid work, solid content, and I am looking forward to it. I love this. I absolutely love this. And so thank you so much for your support. All right. So before I leave, I did promise some of my followers that I would be willing to read a few poems of your requests. So looks like you want something from Rumi. Is there a particular poem, please? That would be awesome. I am a little bit tired. I did work today, and so I'm a little bit tired, but if you would be ever so kind to share a title with me, that way I can just type it in here and then let the computer do the work. Okay, that would be wonderful, because if I sit here and think about what poem I want to read from Rumi, it's going to take me forever. All right, so once again, if you have any requests, let me know. You want something from Rumi, give me a title. That's the only deal. All right. What is my favorite from Rumi? That is not an answer to my question. That's not an answer. That's not a response to my request. But I mean, there's way too much to mention, honestly. I mean, the video one that I cranked out a few weeks ago, right? Love You in Silence. That one's pretty solid. I really like that one a lot. I guess I can read that one. Yeah. All right. Looks like we have a couple of people that would like that. All right. Let me look it up real quick. Choose to love you in silence, for in silence I find no rejection. I choose to love you in loneliness, for in loneliness no one owns you but me. I choose to adore you from a distance, for in distance will shield me from pain. And I choose to kiss you in the wind, for the wind is gentler than my lips. And I choose to hold you in my dreams, for in my dreams you have no end. Awesome sauce. There you go. You're welcome. So you wanted one called Rise Up? Is that? Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha. One second. So this one's titled Rise Up by Rumi. beckons. You belong to me. Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless. Part the waters with your staff. You are today's Moses. Tear through the cloak of fog. You are of the light, the same light as Muhammad. Shatter the mirrors of the beautiful. You are the dazzling Joseph. Blow the breath of life like Christ. You too are of that air. Break away from the unscrupulous, and do not fall for the deceit of goals. You are of noble origin. You are from the highest high. By spirit, you are deathless, imperishable, and magnificent from within. You belong to the glorious, and you are of divine radiance. What have you seen of your own beauty? You are still veiled. One dawn, like the sun, and you will rise up from within yourself. And it is a shame to be shrouded this way like the moon under a cloud. Tear through the cloud of body. You are the magnificent moon. You are like a hawk whose feet are bound and tethered to the body. And it is with your own claws that you must untie the knots. I see my beauty in you, and I become a mirror that cannot close its eyes to your longing. My eyes wet with yours in the early night, my mind every moment giving birth, always conceiving, always in the 9th month. Always the come point. How do I stand this? We become these words we say, a wailing sound moving out into the air. These sounds, thousands of worlds that rise from nowhere. How does your face contain them? I'm a fly in your honey, then closer, a moth caught in flames allure, then empty sky stretched out in homage. utter abandonment of one's own life. When God appears to his ardent lover, the lover is absorbed in him, and not so much as a hair of the lover remains. True lovers are as shadows. And when the sun shines in glory, the shadows vanish away. He is a true lover to God, to whom God says, I am thine, and thou art mine. Out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. Love, you are my certainty. Lift me to the stars. This I is a figment of my imagination. Go find yourself first, so you can also find me. Be warmed with love, for only love exists. Where is intimacy except in giving and receiving? The desire to know your own soul will end all other desires. Your defects are the ways that glory gets manifested. How can you ever hope to know the beloved without becoming in every cell the lover? It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk with you, but no one can walk it for you. Sorrow said to me, all this joy that you have brought to the world has killed my business completely. They say love opens a door from one heart to another. But if there is no wall, how can there be a door? Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise. I am changing myself. Alright, are we good now? You got all your requests? Alright. I have to do one more thing before we end the live, so just give me a couple seconds here. I saw you today. I saw that you liked my content. And I couldn't help but wonder, what was running through your mind when you decided to imprint your emotion in a single image. Perhaps it was my own image that lingered in your mind. I imagine you visualize the words that I gave to you. How, when I told you that I loved you, it triggered a memory that took root deep in your soul. I imagine you were controlling your desperation for some whiff of hope. Then maybe I would notice you. And that I would reach out to you first. Do you remember how I described our imaginary encounter? How my hands would run down your silhouette, and how I would embrace you even closer to me. And I would singularly tell you with one look how everything was okay. I remember when you called me, when you were in distress. You needed my comfort. You needed my peace. You needed my heart. You knew that I was the only man that did not desire any expectation from you, except for your truth and your loyalty to me. I meant every word that I shared with you. How I would wait for you. How I loved you. And that no one else would ever fulfill my heart as you. But that little like that you pressed is not your lifesaver. to learn how to swim on your own now. For what once was my heart in your hands now belongs to me again. And if you ever think of me again, you will have to fall in love with another version of me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Jay Roldan Podcast Show. I want to say thank you again for being in this live. This is so much fun. I had such a great time. This is absolutely a blast, and I love doing these. Thank you so much for all of the gifts, y'all. Thank you so much for all the wonderful comments and words. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope that you had a wonderful, stimulating intellectual growth as well as edifying occasion for your hearts. Remember, these are poems that are written by some great masters, and they're the ones that wrote it, right? They're the ones that you should thank, not me, okay? But I certainly am appreciative of your wonderful words and your gifts. So thank you to all of those avid followers and gifters. Thank you so much for all of that. And once again, I want to say thank you to all of my current subscribers on Spotify. You know who you are, and I can't say enough about how much I enjoy and appreciate your wonderful donations there. So I encourage the rest of you to go to my Spotify account. The name on my podcast is called Jay Roldan Speaks. Once again, it's Jay Roldan Speaks, and you'll see a picture of me there. Please follow me there, and whatever you can to help me out in that area, I would absolutely be thrilled. And I am looking forward to posting some more good content on there. And yeah, just quick shout out to all of y'all that are currently subscribers. So this has been wonderful. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest and that you have a wonderful Friday. I'm not sure if I'll be available tomorrow night, but we will see. Possibly maybe Saturday, I'm not sure either, but certainly Sunday night I will be back. All right, but we'll try to do one maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. It just depends on certain situations here, but maybe Saturday, I'm not sure either, but Sunday for sure. All right, so have a wonderful rest, have a wonderful weekend. Muchas gracias a todos aquellos que están aquí y bueno, por su apoyo. Y bueno, si ya no lo saben, tengo perdón, si ya no lo saben, yo tengo una cuenta en Spotify, así que les agradezco si pueden apoyarme ahí. Así que sería una gran gestión y apoyo para mí y lo que yo quiero hacer, ¿cierto? Así que muchas gracias por todo su cariño, por todos sus comentarios, y espero que disfrutaron de estos poemas lindísimas de los gran maestros de la poesía. Así que muchas gracias por su sintonía, que tengan un buen fin de semana. Voy a tratar de hacer otro live, quizás el viernes o el sábado, pero si no lo puedo, entonces si Dios quiere lo hagamos en domingo por la noche. Así que muchas gracias por su sintonía. Muchas gracias. Que tengan un buen fin de semana. Once again, thank you to everybody. This is an absolute pleasure. If I don't see you, just know that I am at peace and I absolutely have my life fulfilled, and this has been a wonderful experience. And yeah, know that there is a all-loving Father and Creator that absolutely desires you. So take care, everybody. Hasta mañana.